Go for it then. Doing well. Confluence is just around the... We should make a joke of it, I'm telling you. Everything is too serious. Both Nick and I felt it was important for this festival to have young artists. It doesn't mean to say we are old, but what it does mean to say is that we wanted the generation after us, who live in this country or work in this country, and yet have some kind of training in Indian musical dance. And so in a way, Kumudini Lakhia, the two artists that I've chosen to perform in the same evening, has done some training with Kumudini Lakhia. And for me, Kumudini Lakhia is, for me personally, is the most important real teacher, if you like, in Kathak, North Indian classical dance form. Aakash is a dancer that I'd seen perform I'd seen him at the Royal Opera House. They were doing some experimental work there, some research, and I went to see somebody else perform, and I ended up seeing him perform. And I find him fascinating as a dancer because he has this great kind of... he takes a lot of inspiration from Michael Jackson, and I'm a big fan of Michael Jackson too. And so in a way, somewhere in his body, you feel that kind of that kind of language, kind of living through the Kathak. He's one of those dancers who doesn't stay on the ground very often. He likes to jump a lot. So he's more in the air. And it's interesting because Aakash basically means sky. And he spends most of the time in the air. And that's quite rare for a Kathak dancer. Kathak dancers wear, huge, large number of bells. So they're very grounded and it's very earthy. And I just found him fascinating that he's a male dancer who's born and brought up in Leicester, doing Kathak, and so wonderfully. And he's just, he's just breaking out. And I think it's wonderful for Nitin and I to have also artists who are just coming into the scene. Yuko Inoue is a dancer who is born and brought up in Japan. And I saw her perform at the National Theatre, just outside the National Theatre last year, and several times before that. And I find it very interesting, find her very interesting because she's got this kind of very profound Japanese culture, and also she's done some Japanese dance forms. So I think it's very important to have artists who are not just from India doing Indian dance, but artists who come from a different place.